What is going on, guys? Today is Thursday, and you know what that means, man. Call of Duty is finally back. We're gonna get another few weeks of online qualifier matches, man. And there's a few roster changes, but nothing too drastic. And finally, we got solid data on all the maps because unlike last major, they didn't switch all the maps up and change all the rotations. Except for 6-star, they did change the rotations, but I mean that's not too crazy. That map's still gonna be a bloodbath in my opinion. So I mean, yeah, we've been messing around with CS:GO. As you can see, this guy's giving me a little shout out for some slips I've been sharing throughout the week. We play light on CS, so we're gonna go crazy on Call of Duty. If you guys are new here, we happen to do live plays all the time in the server, and that basically means that we drop a slip for almost every single map throughout all the games, throughout the entire weekends where there's COD being played, man. And we're gonna have like 5 weekends straight with Call of Duty, and then the next major, and then after that is champs. So we're gonna be going crazy, man. Still tons of COD to make money off of, and you know that's our bread and butter here in the server, man. So today what you're gonna get is actually gonna be a 10x slip, a 4-man power play. Now I'm gonna play it lightly because, as you know, these are pre-map plays with early lines, and there is tons of value with early lines, man, but live plays is where it's at. I'll get more into that later in the video, but basically what we're gonna be doing here for you guys for free on YouTube is I'm gonna provide 4 of my favorite picks from all 3 matches that are gonna be played tomorrow, Friday, and I'm gonna provide projections, map predictions, map vetoes, and all the predictions and all the stats and projection models that I create, and you can get them all for free here at your fingertips on YouTube, man. So do me a favor and drop a like, consider subscribing, and drop a comment if you're gonna tell, man. Now I'm gonna do a 10x, but I'm gonna play light because, like I said, there is value on pre-maps, but there's way more value when we know exactly what maps they're gonna play already. They release the maps like an hour before game time. So here in the server, we go into the Call of Duty chat down here, and we actually discuss all our picks, man. And I drop live plays for every single map, man. So that's way more accurate because we know what maps are playing. We're seeing the momentum of the match, and it's a ton of fun, man. So that's the best way to gamble on Call of Duty. But for the sake of getting some value on the early lines, I like to share a video with you guys for free because, hey, those projections come in clutch as well, man. But without further ado, let's get straight into the video, man. We're gonna go over here to the projection tabs on my server right here, where I shared all these projections, and we're gonna actually start off with the first pick, and that's actually gonna be with Ultra versus Surge, man. Now, as you can see, these are hard point projections. So if you look here, we're expecting them to veto Vista. Ultra's gonna veto Vista, and Surge should veto Rio, leaving Ultra picking Karachi and Surge picking 6-star. Now, this is map 1 or 4, meaning depending on who's team A or B, it'll determine who gets to pick the first hard point. So if Surge is team A, they're gonna pick 6-star. That's gonna be map 1. If Ultra's team A, it's gonna be Karachi map 1. So what we did here is we made projections for both, right? So we got our own little formula to make projections. But basically what you want to look at here is this is Karachi. This is the projected map time in minutes, right? For 6-star and for Karachi. And then you got the projections for Karachi in this column, and the projections for 6-star in this column. So pretty self-explanatory. If it's highlighted green, it means there's more than +2 value on it compared to the line. If it's highlighted red, it means there's more than -2 value compared to their line, right? So that's what I mean when I say value. If it's not highlighted any color, that means it's pretty close to their line, or there's not a discrepancy of 2 or more. So basically, we consider that no value, right? Or pretty sharp lines. So we're going to pay attention to the maps that are highlighted, and obviously this could go either way. It could be Karachi and 6-star, and this is pretty crazy because Karachi is a slower paced map that actually tends to end in lower kills, and then 6-star is actually a map that goes crazy and it's a bloodbath and everyone gets killed. So that's what I mean when there's not as much value with these pre-map plays, because we don't know the maps yet, man. But in the live plays, we know the maps, and we go crazy on them, man. As the community, we go crazy on live plays. We cash a lot. So don't sleep on that, man, and I'll explain how to join in on the action soon. But first and foremost, let's just go over the first pick of the slip. It's actually going to be CleanX, man. Now CleanX, he has a line at 25, right? And now clearly on 6-star, he's projected to get 28, and he's projected to get 25.4 on Karachi. So I mean, worst case scenario on Karachi, he'll break even, but he will be the top fragger of the lobby. Either him or Scrap. Scrap's a very valid option too, but I went with CleanX because his Scrap's line's actually at 25.5. And I mean, they're projecting pretty equal, man. I mean, 25 kills here, 25 kills here, 28 and 28. So I mean, you could go Scrap if you like. I don't hate that either, man, but I'm going to go ahead and go with CleanX. I'm thinking CleanX is going to have a banger day. He's going up against Hook. You know, Hook's going to be throwing his body around, man, and getting bodied all day. So I definitely see CleanX just outslaying all the SMGs on Surge, man. And they're probably going to be playing with a chip on their shoulder, man. They just lost the grand finals to Optic Texas, so shout out to the boys, by the way. But yeah, that's gonna be our first pick, man. We're gonna go with CleanX. His average across both these maps right now is actually 26.95, so that's over his line, man. That's valid, but we're gonna lock that in for the first pick. And just an FYI, man, if you guys want to use these projections to build your own slips, let me tell you which ones to avoid. And the ones you want to avoid are actually guys like Envoy, man. Like Envoy here, he's projected 18, which is highlighted red, meaning under. And then over here, 6-star, he's projected green. So, I mean, this is like a 50-50. If it goes 6-star, he's going over. If it goes Karachi, he's going under. So, you don't want to do a pre-map play with a player like this because you're not sure. We don't know who's going to be Team A or Team B yet. So, it's literally all up to a coin flip. So, we got to just fade that, man, and wait for the maps. But say the maps drop and you have these projections and it ends up being Karachi, you could bang it under and feel confident. If it goes 6-star, you could bang it over and feel confident. So, that's where these projections really come in handy with the live plays. But yeah, man, if you want to be part of the action, man, all you got to do is hit the link down below in the comment section or in the description. And it's going to take you to this page right here. It's only 50 cents a day, guys. That's $15 a month. But like I said, we got every single weekend for the next like 2 months. Going to have 3 days of Call of Duty and then 4 days for the major, right? So on these live plays, if you cash once, you're paying your membership. If you do a $5 slip and cash 15 bucks, that's the membership right there for the entire month. And like I said, we're going to cash way more than one slip every single day there's Call of Duty, man. I promise you. So, I mean, technically, it pays for itself. But basically, we only charge a small fee because, I mean, we put in tons of work, as you can see, with the projections and the live plays, man. We're glued to the phones. We're active in the community. And the community is awesome, man. Not only that, you're not only getting my Call of Duty picks, but we have a bunch of other mods in here. If you look here, we call them Heist Chiefs. So all these are all Heist Chiefs for different sports that share slips every single day. And I myself, I love Call of Duty. That's what I like to gamble on the most. But obviously, Call of Duty is only on the weekends. There's CS2 throughout the entire week. So I drop slips, play light, but I do drop slips and they green throughout the week with CS2, man. So I mean, there's always action in the server. So 50 cents a day, you're getting your value's worth. Hit that link, man. We'd love to have you, and I mean, we wouldn't be growing like crazy if it wasn't valid, man. So shout out to anyone that joins. But aside from that, let's go to the next pick. The next 2 picks are actually going to be for Rocker versus Breach, man. Now this one's going to be pretty surgical, man. We're going to go with Lynnz on the under because, as you can see, he's projected 24 here and 21 here. So he's averaging 22.82 across these maps on projections, right? And we're expecting to see Karachi or 6-star. Lynnz has a line at 24. So I mean, this one can be risky, man. If you want to fade it, go ahead and fade it. Maybe take accuracy for over. I was actually going to take accuracy for over, but I don't know, man. Having these guys on his team, I just don't see him being the top fragger. I mean, you got Gunless, Stanley, and Lynnz, and accuracy is the main AR. He probably will go over. He's projected to go over on basically both of his lines, but they're kind of sharp. But I mean, there is value on his over. I'm going to go ahead and bang out Lynnz for under, man. If he gets 24, then I'm happy with a break even, man. If he gets 21 as projected here on 6-star, then I'm happy with that, man. 24 kills. I'm going to go for the under on Lynnz. You guys follow your gut, and remember, it's always a coin flip with these pre-map plays, man. That's why they're free on YouTube. But, well, I actually got another player on this matchup, man, and this is why I said it's surgical, because I'm going to go Lynnz under, and then I'm going to go ahead and go Snoopy over, man. As you can see, he has a line at 24.5, meaning he needs 25 to clear. He's projected 26.03 on Karachi and 27.86 on 6-star. So he's averaging about 26.94, which rounds out to 27 on both these projections. So I feel really good about him getting 25, man. I think Snoopy's gonna fry. I know that Boston has been very bad. I mean, they're basically out of the champs run, right? I don't think there's any hope for them anymore. But that being said, they're gonna be in a honeymoon phase right now with Major Maniac, and it's also kind of a match for pride, man. I do think Boston could beat Rocker, and also Boston's very good at hardpoint, man. Even if they haven't won series, very good at hardpoint, man. So if they go Karachi or 6-star, I'm expecting a banger or a slammage, and I'm expecting Boston to win, man. And Snoopy should have all to do with that. Snoopy's a demon. If he goes Karachi, I hope he drops 26. If he goes 6-star, he'll probably drop 28. If not 30. So I'm going to lock in Snoopy for over and Lynnz for under on this matchup. Now, moving on to the fourth and final pick. It's actually going to be Mr. Consistent. We're going to go with Gwinn, man. Gwinn, we're going to bang his over, man. He has a line at 24. He's projected to get 26.99 on 6-star and 24.45 on Rio. But this projection is based on his kill per 10 minutes, right? And multiplied by the amount of minutes I'm projecting the map to go. So he's projected 24.45. That's based on the major 3 matchups he's had. And that's against Optic. That's against teams of that caliber, man. FaZe, Optic, and Ultra, man. Now we're talking about LAG, man. I think he's gonna have an absolute field day on these guys, man. Even if it's a blowout, these maps still lead to a lot of kills. If you blow out a team out on any of these maps, it means that one player popped off, and I guarantee you it's gonna be Gwinn, man. He's projected 27 here, 24.45 here for an average of 25.72, and he has a line at 24. So I'm gonna take that early line. I guarantee you, if it ends up being Rio, his line's gonna get bumped to 26 kills. If it goes 6-star, it's probably gonna get bumped to 26 kills as well, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and lock him in now at 24 We're gonna hope he keeps being as consistent as he has. He's been the star player of this team. And honestly, LAG, that team ain't it, man. So that's my slip, guys. Let me know if you're telling. Drop a comment if you're telling. Drop a like if you agree with the projections. Like I said, man, this is an early slip. I'm only throwing 10 bucks on it, and I'm a power play it because it's just pre-map based on projections, just trying to get some value on the early lines before they get bumped. But as soon as maps release, man, that's where the real value is, because we're all there as a community. All the bandits are there, and we're all there as a community discussing plays and dropping live plays, man, and just catching map after map after map. And that's where their profit could go big, man. I mean, you could start with 10 bucks and end up with 200 at the end of the day, man. Just banging out $10 slips and just cashing 2-mans on every single map, man. I promise you it's worth it. 50 cents a day, guys. We got 3 days of Call of Duty coming up. Don't miss out. I hope I see you guys there. Hit that link down below. Join the Prop Bandits, man. It's only 50 cents a day. That's $15 a month. But aside from that, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.